got a new light, people. We're trying to get it right. Don't know whether that's right. Maybe that's right. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Hi, Nathan. Hi, Ginger. I'm trying to adjust my light. I've got a new light. Woo. The old one's gone into the shed, so I've got a new light. So I was just trying to get the position right because it's swapped from being over there to being over there. So I can hang it over the chair so I can actually see what I'm doing. Hi, Chrissy. Oh, I've got a wonky knee. Hi, Denise. So if you hear me groaning and moaning and carrying on, I couldn't walk on it the other day. It was my fake knee as well. It wasn't even my good knee. My fake knee was giving me jip. How can you get like arthritis in your fake knee? I have no idea. But it felt like I had it, yeah. Oh dear. Well, my eye day is getting closer. I went for my COVID test today, zipping along the seafront. At least it wasn't raining. Hi, Pauline. Nice chatting to you the other day. I phoned her up because Pauline, as you know, had a stroke the other week, so she's finding difficulty in not typing gobbledygook. But I hate to tell Pauline, but she taught gobbledygook before. Now she just can't type it. It's okay. She's been a friend for a long, long time. She knows I mean that in jest. Hi, Carol. Yeah, we both of us have talked a lot of gobbledygook over the years. I'm sure we have, me and Pauline. I was going to say something else, but I thought gobbledygook is nicer than the S word, isn't it? You know? Which we won't say because it's Saturday. Yeah, we're all on our good behaviour. Well, the great grandkids, some of them have just been, they're going to see the lights, you know, at Blackpool, the illuminations. So they've gone to see that. Rosie went on her first tram ride today. Apparently she did very well. She settled in quite well. All new experiences for her, you know. So she went on a tram ride. Then she proceeded to harass Grandma by chewing everything and trying to jump up and chew my beads. She has a thing about necklaces. Woo! There we go. I'll show you a bit of it. She has a thing about necklaces. Hi, June. So every time she sees anything like this, of course, she's got to jump up and try to grab it, chew it. Oh, she's so sweet. You want to love her to death. Yeah. My next to youngest granddaughter is like a gramophone record. She never shuts up. She's like, I like this grandma. And then I said, where's Mummy? She says, she's upstairs talking to Grandma. She says, I hate it when she's talking because she ignores me. And I thought, you know, I'm not surprised because she's... And then she says, do you know what? I said, what? She said, I think my mum has too many friends because she's always talking on the phone. This is from a 4-year-old. Oh, I thought, yes, and I know who you get all this always talking from. She had the curtains wide open. She's going, I like all this. I like all this. Oh, you've got an elephant. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at... I say. And she's spinning round and round in my chair. Round and round and round and round. I'm going, don't do that. And she goes, but I like to. I said, you'd be dizzy. She says, no, I want to. I want to be dizzy. And she's... Oh, God. Anyway, my daughter-in-law came in and she says, oh, there she is. I said, come and rescue me. She never stops. It's like tick 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 tick. And then when she said, oh, my mum ignores me, I thought, I don't wonder. She probably has to for sanity's sake, yeah. Oh my goodness me. None of her other sisters are like that. She's got 3 other sisters, and they're okay. Just Esme, she's like a little. Hi, Shad. There you go, Shad. Little titchy witchy little beads with bigger beads on the end that Rosie wanted to eat. Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to be crocheting today because I haven't prepared anything because, you know, my great-grandchildren coming and that, and it just got kind of time went away from me. So I've got a bag. I'm just going to have a look if there's anything in there I can be doing. I made another wind spinner. I've got some more wool left for that. I suppose I could make another wind spinner. Getting a bit tedious, all the same colour though, isn't it? Can't get rid of this ball of wool. It's 200 grams. It's going on forever and ever and ever and ever. Amen. Proverb 31 years. Oh, 31 years. Nearly said 31 years. Hi there. Hello, Proverb. What have I got here? Oh, gosh, Rosie got hold of that. She's had it all around the garden again. She's so sweet. She's such a... That's one ball that got away. I'm looking for a crochet hook if you wonder what I'm fiddling about for. It's probably on the table, actually. I don't think it's here. I don't think it's in my bag. No, it's not. I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go to my table. I won't be a moment. That's if I can get my poor little knee past. Me swans. Well, I've managed. My friend is very arty, right? She's very, you know, does the fiddly twiddly bits, yeah. So I did me one swan, but I wasn't happy with it because it looked a bit sort of sad. So I've done. Oh, I've got stickled on something then. So I've done another pile of swans minus necks. And my friend said to me, she said, oh, I'll do the necks. Mr. Shadhunter told me about, well, I hope it was good things. Yeah, I hope you haven't been saying anything bad about me, Shad. I don't think he would. I don't think he would. I'm still looking for me. The trouble is, my coat hangers, my pipe cleaners are too bendy. So I'm hoping she'll be able to do the necks. So I'll do some more swans. I've only got a bit of white wool. Actually, I could do another swan, couldn't I? But I need some white wool to do the necks with, so I probably better not. I need to send her some white wool and some orange. And I've got another necklace with these little teeny weeny seed beads, so she can use those for the eyes, you know, for the swans. She can sabotage it. I spent the other day sabotaging necklaces. I know it sounds stupid, but it's actually cheaper to buy a bundle of necklaces on eBay and cut them up than it is to buy beads, which is a bit stupid, really, isn't it? Because I don't have anywhere like you probably do in the US that sells cheap beads. You've got, what is it called? Not Pound Stretcher, what is it called? Dollar Tree or something like that. You've probably got places like that sell cheap beads. But without going, there's nowhere near me that does, you know, so I have to do everything kind of online, you know. So it was cheaper to buy a bundle of necklaces and snip, snip, snip. And it was fun. There were beads everywhere. It was like a bead explosion. Oh, I need to get my knee out past this desk, which isn't going to be fun. Oh, my giddy aunt. Oh, don't have a bad knee. Oh, Let me go and get a crochet hook. Oh. I could do some more swans if I could find. Right. That's a 4mm. I think I want a 350. It'll have to be a 4mm. Oh no, there's my 350, is it? There's my 350. I can't remember if it's a 4mm or a 350 I'm using. I'm looking for a ball of white wool in case you're wondering what I'm looking for. I'm sure I have one in here somewhere. No, that's cream. No, fizzle. Fizzle sticks, I don't. Oh, I've got another ball that might make one. Sorry, people. Oh, good evening, Connie. I'm just trying to find a bit more white wool to do another swan. That looks a bit thin, that, actually. I might need to do the thinnest hook. I might have to do small swans. How can you get, like, arthritis in a fake knee? I don't know, but it's killing me. I was laying in bed the other day. I was nearly going to be calling, a taxi to take me to A&E. It was that bad. Couldn't move in bed. Every time I moved, it hurt. Oh, this is really thin, this wool. I don't think this is going to do at all. No, it's too thin for this one. What, a pink and a blue swan? Did I finish my cardigan? It's 99.9 finished. I am waiting for my lady to tell me what size buttons. She wanted to choose her buttons, yeah. So I said to her, yeah, that's fine, just choose the buttons. But let me know how big they are, because then I can make the buttonholes to match. So I'm still waiting. She was still deciding on what button she was going to choose. So all I've got to do is finish the band, do a couple of rows around the sleeves and sew pockets on, and it's done. But I won't be able to see her anyway until after I've had my eye done. And I'm in quarantine this next week, even though I've had my COVID test. I've got to stay in quarantine until I go in hospital, which is funny. I have to stay in quarantine away from my son, which is a bit awkward, because he goes out and goes in people's houses and stuff, so he's more likely to bring COVID in if he does, but what can you do? Shut myself in my bedroom with a book for 3 days. What am I making swans for? Well, we're hoping to have a little Christmas store, me and my friend, just selling bits and bats, not big garments and stuff. She makes little dollies and things out of socks and all kinds of little things like that. And I've got some children's handbags. I've got some fingerless gloves already made up. I've got cowls already made up, headbands, all little things like that. So I'm making the swans and the wind spinners just to sort of attract people's eye, really, to the store. Even if they don't sell, they're just like there as a people grabber, if you know what I mean. So we shall see what we shall see. Right, I've choose a hook. Yeah, so they're not for any specific reason. Even if they don't sell, they're just there to make the store look pretty. You put them on a mirror and you put like green crinkly paper all the way around so it looks like they're swimming. Yeah. They hold either a bath bomb or a round guest soap, something along those lines is what they do, yeah. Oh, I'm hoping to get rid of something. Obviously, I can't get rid of my big garments. There's no point me taking those because they just won't sell. I think I told you I'm hoping to get a web page, But I have to wait until I have my eye done, and then I can find my way to St Anne's to see that lady who's going to help me with the web page. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 31, 32, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Won't be many people. 41, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 62, 63, 68, 69, 70. Nearly there, nearly there. Done! Oh, you're going to try knitting tomorrow. That's good, yeah. Let's hope you make it, Pauline. I think I told you Pauline's had a stroke, so she's got limited use in one of her hands and her arms. So she's going to try knitting. Oh, I've got something to show you, Shad, on my phone. Let me see if I can find the photo. Oh, those are my swans. Woo! Can't see for the glare, can you? Right, that's not what I wanted to show you, Shad. I don't know whether you can see them or not. 2 turtles at my knit club. They have turtles. There's one other one. And there's the other one. They're swimming about in the pub. Look at all those beads, Shad. Look at the beads, Shad. Woo! These are all what I smashed up from necklaces. Last one. I cut all the necklaces up to make beads. My phone's gone doolally. It's not giving me any notifications, yeah. I thought I did say welcome. Welcome. Proverbs 31 yarn. I'm going to be a bit ignorant here and say, what is Proverbs 31? What is it? Is it something specific that I should know? I used to know the Psalms at one time, but I don't know the Proverbs. Terrible, aren't I? Right, I'm making another boring wind spinner. I can't think of anything else to do. I was supposed to go to the shed today to find a pattern for my friend. And I didn't. And I was also going to go and find my books full of, little bits and pieces, little toy things and stuff. Not that I do toys, but she does. And, well, I've not been so bad, Connie, not been so bad, apart from my knee. But then, we've all got our crosses to bear, and mine is my knee and my back. Yeah. What can I expect? I'm getting old. Hate to admit it, but I'm getting old. You think you're invincible, don't you? And then you're like the little turtles. Yeah, they're swimming about in the pub. Well, they're not actually in the pub, they're in the tank in the pub, yeah. We've also got a fish there as well, but Bit difficult to take a picture of the fish because they're in like a black tank thing, yeah. So, you couldn't really get a good picture of them. So I just took the turtles instead. It's a Bible verse. She shops around for the best yarns and cottons. I think you just made that one up. I don't think that's an actual proverb, is it? Yeah, dear. I wonder if we'll see Miguel this week. He's having car troubles, isn't he? He put on that he wasn't going to be at the knit thing today. They encourage you to keep knitting. She wants to knit. Pauline really wants to knit. I phoned her in the week to see how she was because I can't really talk to her on here so good. And she is going to try very hard to get back to her knitting. She's a bit like me with my crochet, I feel like, I don't know what to do with myself. Although I must admit I was reading this afternoon because I got to the sort of almost whodunit bit in my book, and I didn't want to wait until tonight and then read it and then not be able to sleep. So I wanted to finish it to find out who did it. Yeah. I've been reading it for about a week, maybe more. I just read it in little bits before I get to bed. But I'd actually got to the interesting bit, the hoo-hoo. I wonder who it was who did that. I kind of had an idea. Some books you can sort of think and then other books take you completely by surprise, and you think, well, I didn't see that coming. Yeah. Oh, we're a very friendly lot on here, Proverbs, yeah. Yeah, you're going to win, Pauline. I know your personality. You won't give up until you've done it. Pauline and I are old school. We don't just lie there and accept things, yeah. We get on with stuff. If somebody tells us we can't do something, we prove them wrong, yeah. If somebody says you can't do, mind you, I did get told I could never do parachute jumping, bungee jumping, and trampolining after I'd had my back fixed, but I wasn't going to do them anyway, so I wasn't going to prove them wrong with that one. Bungee jumping was never high on my list, It's never been on my bucket list, let's just say. Mm. Yes, you will. She will win. I know she will. She might be a bit wobbly with her knitting for a bit, but she'll get there. It's good for the dexterity, isn't it? I was told that after I'd had my carpal tunnel done. After about so many weeks, they said, oh, you can start doing your crochet now. I thought, little do you know, I was doing my crochet after about 3 days. It was a bit difficult with a whopping big bandage on my hand, but I sort of jammed my crochet hook in the bandage. Well, there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, I love the way she said, oh, you can resume your crochet now. I thought, but she did say, oh, your dexterity is very good considering it's been wrapped up. I thought, yeah, it hasn't been wrapped up. That's why. Yeah. I took the big thick wrapping off quite soon, actually. Yeah. Have we got Nathan on? Yeah, we do, don't we? We've got Nathan. No Chris. No Chris as yet. It's not Saturday night without Chris, is it? Don't know about Miguel because Miguel didn't come on last week, did he? Or did he? Can't remember. My weeks all merge into one, I'm hopeless these days. I think it's a touch of old age. My son's dinner's just arrived. I had mine earlier and now I'm hungry. I couldn't wait as long as they were waiting because I would have been eating my dinner while I was doing my live, and then I always get in trouble for that. So I couldn't wait that long, so I went and found something out the freezer. No, I'm only having my right eye done first, Connie. I am having both eyes done eventually. I mean, they did talk about doing both eyes at once, which I was a little bit hesitant about. But when I went for to see the actual surgeon the other week, she said, "Oh, we'll do the right eye first, and then give it, a few weeks to heal, and then we will do your left eye." So I'm hoping to get them both done for Christmas. That'd be nice. Because I may actually need glasses for close work when I've had my eyes done, because they said it'll be great for distance, but I might have to wear glasses for reading. And I can't go to get glasses until I've had my cataracts done, so I'm just hoping I can see to do my crochet, otherwise I will be proper, as we say in the north, moth-eaten. In other words, I'll be upset. I don't know why they say moth-eaten, but they do. Yeah. Sure somebody will explain to me the reason why they say moth-eaten. Moth-eaten, moth-eaten, yeah. I'm proper moth-eaten. In Lancashire, we have a completely different language all on our own, yeah. It's not used as much now, yeah. Oh, goodness. Ruben, you're on the wrong channel. Off you go. Bye-bye. Started early, haven't they, these little kiddies? Yeah. Rosie, she's been her usual pain in the neck, but she's doing fine. Yeah. I must read Where the Crawdads Sing. I must read it while I've still got eyes, you mean, Shad? Oh, dear. Or wait until I get glasses and I can read it afterwards. I do read a bit like that at the moment, yeah. Oh, dear. Yeah, I had another nice evening at the knit club. I can't go this next week because I've got to self-isolate for 3 days. And my knit clubs are both on Wednesdays, so obviously I can't because that's the day before me up. So I'm sure nobody there's got COVID, but you have to abide by the rules, don't you? I don't know how I'm going to self-isolate from the family. I really don't know how I'm going to do that. Well, to do my best, shut myself in my room. Ruben, what are you going on about? Hi, Chris. I just said it's not Saturday night without Chris. Where have you been? I don't know what Ruben's going on about. Going on with his little self. He's obviously bewildered and on the wrong channel, I think. We always get a bewildered one, don't we? Every week we get somebody who's bewildered. It's usually me. Well, hello, Enid. How are you today? Yeah, you're definitely on the wrong channel, Ruben. It's not your age group, love. I think you need to go and play whatever the latest game is, whatever it is. I don't do gaming, so I don't know. Hi, Tammy. Hello. Oh, breaking news. Oh, they've named the guy who's murdered that MP. It was a bit bad, wasn't it, that? Hi, Jean. Bit bad. The poor bloke's just sitting there talking to his constituents and somebody comes in and stabs him to death. Not very nice. What's the world coming to? I don't know. Too many people running amok with knives and things, yeah. Can't be coping with all this. Oh, it's a murder mystery, love story and coming of age. Oh, right. I like the murder and the mystery bit. I usually read murders and mysteries. When I was younger, I used to read romances, but I sort of grew out of the Mills and Boon Brigade and the Barbara Cartland lot. And I can't be doing with that doom and gloom woman. The one who's poor little mill girl always gets pregnant, yeah. Don't know what she's called. It's always mill girls that get pregnant, get chucked out of their house, isn't it? Yeah. Hi, Rebecca. I can't be coping with her. It's too miserable. Yeah, I used to read Mills and Boon when I was a kid at school, yeah. I think I was looking for a romance when I was 17. Then I got married. Yeah, what was that woman called? The one who does all the doom and gloom books. They're always on telly, serialised, aren't they? They're always so miserable. They're always about mill girls, clogs, being chucked out by the parents or chucked out by the lord of the manor because the servant girls who get pregnant by the lord's son and then they chuck them out. It could be Catherine Cookson. Yeah, they're always miserable, aren't they? They're like all in the same genre, aren't they? Always people dying in the snow and stuff. I don't like that sort of stuff. But then I didn't like Jackie Collins ones. I don't understand why they were so popular. They were all a bit samey, weren't they? I like one with a really good story, a mystery or something, is what I like. A couple of murders chucked in, you know. That's what I like most. Oh, don't talk to Chris about aeroballs. Because that's what I got. My Saturday treat. I've put a bit of weight on. I put about 2 pounds on, so I really should watch what I'm eating. Can't be coping with putting weight on. What am I making? I'm making another of those spinner things because I didn't have anything to crochet. So I just needed something I don't have to think about. I'll be sick of these spinners because they're all the same colour. I got this humongous ball of wool. Got to use it for something. It's not exactly suitable for swans, is it? Can't have multicoloured swans. You enjoy peppermint aero, so do I. Yeah. I'm starving. I need to eat my crisps. The tea was such a long time ago. The tea was about 5 o'clock. Has to be walkers. I had to scoot about to find my walkers. They had all them other cheaper ones in the cupboard. And I knew there was some walkers in there somewhere because I only buy walkers. can't be coping with them cheap old crisps. It's like when Peter Kay, who was a comedian in the UK, talks about roller cola. In other words, when your mother used to buy the supermarket's own cola instead of buying Coca-Cola, it was never the same. You can tell right away it's not Coca-Cola, can't you? I don't care how much they say. Supermarket crisps don't taste like Walkers. My son says they do, but no, they don't. He calls me a label snob. But if I can afford it, I do like the real McCoy. It's the same with rum. I don't often drink rum, but if I do, I want it to be the Lamb's Navy rum. I don't want the supermarket rum, because that does not taste the same. It's like a watered down version. I would rather have one drink a month and it be the Lamb's Navy rum, rather than have 3 drinks a month and it be the cheapo stuff. I guess I am a label snob. I need to go in the shed tomorrow. Find out something else to do. My friend's sister has volunteered to make a tank top for some little boy, but she hasn't got a pattern. I don't even know if I've got a pattern. If somebody says crochet pattern, one thing I don't like about Etsy, you buy a pattern from Etsy, you download it, don't you? Then maybe you lose it or something like that. When you go back to your purchase, after a few months or a few weeks or something, it's gone. You can't like download it again, and I think that's wrong. When you've bought it, you've bought it, haven't you? They shouldn't stop you downloading it again, yeah. All right. It's actually emerald green. It doesn't look emerald green on here, but it is. Oh, hi, Patricia. The speckled beauty. That sounds like a hen. Oh, I see Miguel's lost one of his hens. I haven't lost weight. I've put 4 pounds on, Patricia. 3 or 4 pounds. I'm cross with myself, says she, eating crisps and chocolate. Speckled beauty. Is it about a hen? The only other thing I know that said speckled was in, I think it was an Agatha Christie. It was something to do with a snake, wasn't it? A speckled snake or something. Oh, it's about a dog, right? I talk to all the dogs on the seafront. This is a town of 1,000,000 dogs. Nearly everybody's got one, and a lot of people have got two, and some people have got three. $70 F. I don't know what it is here. Oh, the phone stopped giving me pings. The son was trying to sort it out before, and he can't. It's 56 F here, with 90% chance of rain. How nice. Just what I always wanted. I don't know why it stopped giving me notifications. It's a nuisance. No, we've got no wasp. Although we're going on the seafront and little fly things kept hitting me in the eye. Don't know what they were, but they were annoying. Yeah, I was going along the seafront in my scooter, and these things are zapping me in the eye. I don't know what they were. Oh, I don't like things that sting because they always sting me, and I'm always allergic to them. Oh, I've got a crisp on my décolletage. My boobage, in other words. Décolletage sounds so much nicer, doesn't it, than cleavage. Cleavage doesn't have the same ring to it, does it, as décolletage does? I don't like anything that stings, little swines. Now, touching a bit of wood, I haven't been stung for a little while. They always seem to get me, though. Horseflies are the worst. Whenever they bite, my leg swells up like poison in them. No, they just perch on the laundry for a better view. Yeah, well, my crisps were caught on my shelf. Yeah, although I haven't got half as much of a shelf as I used to before I lost weight. Yeah, a lot of the weight I lost was off my boobage. Yeah, not off my bottom, where it should have been. Yeah. Oh, I don't like horseflies. They really bite and they leave a right mess behind. I had a swelling on my leg when last time a horsefly bit me. It was like the size of a saucer. I had to go to A&E to get an injection for antibiotics. They're so poisonous, them things. They're worse than a blinking wasp sting. I'm not too bad, actually, with bugs. My ex-husband used to get bitten to glory. Every time he went anywhere, he got bitten. Was that being mean? Going, yeah, it might have just been lying there, playing dead, saying, "Go on, touch me, or I'll sting you." I stood on a half-dead wasp it was, by accident, obviously, in my bedroom. Oh my God, that was so painful. Right on the arch of my foot. That was blooming painful. Yeah, it was in my bedroom. It must have come in through the open window. And it was on the carpet, and I stepped on it when I was drawing the curtains at night. I just walked round in the dark to draw the curtains and stepped on this blinking wasp. Not pleasant. Eh. Oh, thank goodness we don't get mosquitoes. Well, I don't think we do. We don't get them where I am anyway. I think we had them one year. I can't remember. One year it was so bad. I think it was hot and humid or whatever, and we did get mosquitoes in the UK one year, but by and large, we don't have a lot of problem. I think they might be near stagnant water, but I live near a river, not a stagnant water, so. Oh, I hope it is going out of production, Lydia. It's been a bit rubbish for the last time. And I've been trying to cancel my subscription for ages, so I hope it is going out of production, because then they won't keep sending me interweave crochets to my old address. I've been trying to cancel the subscription for weeks, well, months. They catch one. No, they've been absolute rubbish. It used to be the really good magazine, Interweave Crochet. It used to be the best one going. And it's absolute rubbish it's been the last few. I mean, I don't know how they've been so bad, because the other magazines aren't, have managed to find new things. I think they got a bit arty, didn't they? The crochet wasn't what I call like what normal people would crochet. They tried to be a bit arty, a bit fashion, a bit what's it, and you know, not the ordinary sort of woman in the street doesn't want to be that fashionable, I don't think. I gave the last couple of interweaves I gave them to Kelly. I don't know whether she used anything out of them, but I gave them her. I hope that means they won't be taking any more money off me. Oh, yeah. Molly Makes is no interest to me. A lot of things that used to have sewing in as well. Yeah, a lot of crochet magazines have gone, haven't they? Many, some of them I'm not surprised. Some of them were all mats and fancy little things. I just wasn't interested in that. There was nothing of any substance in them. There was no garments or anything. It was all little twiddly little things. And I thought, nah. Oh, yeah, I was having trouble cancelling it. So I don't like Crochet World. It's all mats and things, isn't it? And all fiddly little things. There's no actual garments in Crochet World. I did buy a copy once and looked at it and thought, well, that's not for me. I like crochet, exclamation mark, and simply crochet, and what's the other one called? Simply crochet, and the other one. Can't think what that's called. I used to buy them all the time. I can't think what the other one was called. One simply crochet. Bold-faced hornets, what a name. We have a rugby team in the UK called the Hornets. I think it's the Rochdale Hornets, if I remember rightly. Don't know whether they're still around or not. I've not heard of them for lately. But then again, I don't follow rugby, so what would I know? Do, 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 do. Yeah, I shall go and isolate myself in my shed for the next 3 days, yeah. I can't see cross stitch at all. Oh, there was a lady at Knit Club on Wednesday. She had the most fantastic patchwork bag. She'd done it was all hand stitched as well. And they were all like patchwork done like in flowers. Oh, it was gorgeous. Absolutely lovely. Crochet Now, that was one. Yeah. I'm not sure whether that one went to the wall or not. Crochet Now. A lot of them did, didn't they? But this lady's bag, honestly, oh, it was so lovely. It was just like flowers. Each petal was done separately and she'd hand stitched the whole bag. Oh, lovely. I just don't have, well, I don't have the eyesight anyway. Was it Crochet Today that went away? Yeah. Yeah, I used to have that one as well. I used to spend a fortune on crochet magazines. I must have been balmy. I gave away boxes and boxes of the things when I moved. Sue's daughter came and picked them up because it was like COVID restrictions, wasn't it? And Sue couldn't come down and pick them up. And there were 3 massive big boxfuls. She's still ploughing her way through them up in Scotland. I said to her, "What you don't want?" I said, "Just put them on eBay or something." Hi Isaac, how you doing? How's the birdies? I was talking to Isaac's mum today. I put a picture on Facebook. It was, the baskets that you have on the front of bicycles, and it had all these fancy like bunting. Really good. I said, "Oh, I'm going to do that on my scooter." But my scooter's got to go for its 12-month MOT, so I need to take everything off it first. Yeah. You fed all the birds, yeah. I'm no good at cross stitching. I never was, even when I had eyes, you know. Don't talk to me about knees, Enid. My fake knee has been giving me so much trouble. How can you have really bad pains and like arthritis in a fake knee? I don't know what it is, but it locked the other night. I couldn't even step on it. I was in the front room on my own. They'd all gone to bed. I'm like, oh. I was nearly ringing for a taxi to take me to A&E. That's why I won't have the other knee done fake. My left knee's giving me jip, but I don't want one. I wish I'd have kept mine. It kept giving way on me and just making me fall. So I had to get rid of my natural knee. I would have no warning. I would just be on the floor. It just gave away. Yeah, my talent was falling over. My talent still is falling over. Yeah, I can fall over anything. Nothing. Eyelashes, matchsticks. I can fall over anything. Yeah, I managed to hop to bed and I thought but in the middle of the night I was nearly ringing for an ambulance because it was blooming painful. You know, I managed to grit my teeth and make it through the night. Yeah. Your knees like to buckle under you, yeah. Oh, the magazines are always sealed up. It's because people used to steal all the free gifts. And also people used to thumb through them all and they were all like dog-eared. When you're paying like £6 for a magazine, you don't want it all dog-eared, do you? Yeah, I've got a knee support on it. The knee support that Nathan found for me on Amazon. It's been really good because I've got a fat knee because it's very, very swollen. Even though I've had it replaced, it's very, very swollen. And Nathan found me a knee support that was big enough, and it's been brilliant. It is. It's big enough. I'd bought about 3 different knee supports, and they were all too small. Yeah. Oh, I've got an itchy back. Yeah, our magazines here are about. I think I paid £9 for the last one, but then I had to order it online. La 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 la. I've got no patience for cross stitching, I'm afraid. It's too little. Too little. Oh, UK magazines are quite expensive. They're, like, say, about £9 over here. They're still expensive. I'm making a wind spinner because I can't think of anything else to crochet. I should have gone in the shed and found something new to do. Buttered toasted with light cheese sourdough. Capolico, whatever that is. Poached egg breakfast sandwich with hash browns on the side. What's capolico or capicolo? What's that? No idea. You have some weird things in America that we don't have. I haven't got a subscription, Lydia. I just buy it when I want it. I'm not falling into the trap of having things every month anymore. It's too much money each month, and half the time you don't like what's in it. I want some chocolate. God, I'm already on the chocolate. It's only 10 o'clock. Oh. La 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 la. I won't show Chris what I'm eating. Won't show Chris what I'm eating. Oh, I don't like it. It's spicy. I don't like it, Chris. My son cannot understand why I don't like pepperoni and stuff like that. I just don't. I don't like salt and pepper as long as it's not too much. But I'm not a lover of herbs and bloody spices and stuff. Don't like salami. I can just about eat garlic sausage. That's about my as spicy as I go. But salami, no. Listen, this kid doesn't even like smoked salmon. Right, good night, Pauline. Hope you feel better next week. Well, a bit better next week. I shouldn't say better, should I? Take your knockout drops. I hope that's my hair. Give me chocolate. Very disconcerting. Because when you're a knitter, fibres in your mouth could be part of your wool, couldn't they? So you're never quite sure whether you've got hair somewhere or whatever. I've got rid of all my magazines except the very, very couple that I have things in that I want. And my friend asked me for knitting patterns. I mean, I didn't keep a lot of knitting patterns. I kept the crochet ones, well, a lot of them, but I did weed through a lot of patterns before I moved here. It's Aero. No, it's an Aero. It's Peppermint Aero, Isaac. It's a Mintero that Chris likes and can't get. Well, he can get, but expensive. I get one digital magazine. That's crochet with an exclamation mark. It's quite a nice experience, Chris. Quite minty. Yeah, it is like toothpaste. You're right there, Chris. It's sort of like minty toothpaste with chocolate around it. It worries me slightly that it's so unnaturally green. I wonder what the family had for their dinner. I bet they had a curry. Whenever I'm not eating with them, they always have a curry because they know I don't like it. And my son's not working next Thursday, so he can take me to the hospital or the clinic. Drop me off. I think it said it'd be about 4 hours before they need to pick me up again. It's done while you're awake. I hope they cover that eye up because I don't want to see them coming towards me. I can't stand anybody messing with my eyes. I don't even like it when they puff that thing in your eye to see if you've got glaucoma. I'm like that. It takes some ages to take photographs of my eyes because I keep blinking. I try doing that like that, and then as soon as they come near, they don't put you to sleep, Chris. They might twilight you. They twilighted me for my colonoscopy. I mean, I was sort of wide awake through it, but you don't give a damn, you know what I mean? I hope they give me something to relax me, lady. Otherwise, I'm going, go away from me. Especially you put your head in a vice. You know, they clamp your head so you don't move. I will, I'll be blinking. I don't want to know what they do. You know, they have YouTube videos where they show you what they're doing, and I'm thinking, I'd rather not know, thank you. My eyes cry at the mere thought of eye drops, yeah. You had to put me out to put the end of spoken down. I couldn't do it. That was you had to zolt me out. Yeah, they said it could be up to 4 hours, Claire. I suppose that they're talking about all together. Yeah, apparently you don't have eye patches anymore. I remember Mum having hers done, but it's many, many years ago. She had a big patch over her eye. I'm more worried about if they put stitches because I can't do with anything scratching my eye. You know, if they put little stitches in, I don't know how they fasten it in. Because if there's anything like underneath my eyelid, I'll be blink, 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 and tears will be rolling down my face. I'm not looking forward to it at all. Has to be done though. I can't see a tap. I don't like a lot of this new chocolate though. It's not chocolate anymore, is it? It makes it out of some rubbish. I can't read it. I know they don't use proper chocolate anymore like they used to. Oh, hi, Squirrel Raid. You had to go and make dinner, so you're a bit late. I think you're on your own, Mama. I think you're the one and only squirrel. I think you're on your own, love. Oh dear, my wool's going in a tangle. Yeah, I think that's why they started putting them in cellophane, because of people like us pouring through them all. Where's Kaz been? Well, she's working now, isn't she? That's probably why she's not been on. I don't know what time she's working till. She was on the first week, but she's not been on. Not been on really since, has she? Yeah, I think she was working till about 7, so maybe it takes her a while to get home. Then she's got to wind down and have something to eat, so maybe that's why we're not seeing her. Oh, I've got a really itchy back. Oh dear. Oh, Michelle, my belle. I'm onto the row I don't like, the one where you put 3 stitches in every stitch. But that's what makes it twirl, doesn't it? It's a bit like a glorified worm, isn't it, really? Maybe I should make some worms, some worry worms. Maybe that's what I should do next. Oh, thank you, Lydia. It's very elderly. It's very fluffy. And you can see it. Got fluffy bits all over it. Trev was on last week, Shad. He popped in to say hello to us. You're slowly packing, you've got more yarn. How do you think I went on then, Chris? I had to give half of mine away. Oh, my back is itchy. Get me big stick. Get me big stick. Oh, can't do with this. I don't know why it's tickling me so much. I don't think it's got wool in this jumper. Oh, gosh. If anything has got the slightest amount of wool in it, it drives me bonkers. Oh, you're doing well then, Lydia. Lydia's making her first garment. Yeah. Oh, I can't do without my back scratcher. Can't cope with being itchy. I was saying before everybody came on, one of my little great granddaughters, she never stops talking. The quote of the week, she says to me, "Do you know, I don't like it when my mummy ignores me when I'm talking to her." And I thought, oh, I know why. Because she's probably fed up of you going, "Ning, ning, 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 ning." She goes, "My mummy talks too much." She says, "She's on the phone." She said, "I think she has too many friends." Out of the mouth of babes, eh? What do you mean? Oh dear. Now we all know who she takes after them, don't we? I don't like doing the maths either. Yeah, kids do. It was just the way she said it. I mean, she never stopped talking. She came in here and she goes, "Hello," and then she started. And I was trying to watch the end of a program on the telly, and she. She is so funny. She had all the curtains open and she's talking about all the things on my window bottom. Yeah. "Did you get these off the seafront?" "No." "Where did you get them from then?" "I don't know. I can't remember. They must have been given to me." "And where did you get the elephant from?" "My friend gave him to me." "Oh, where did your friend get the elephant from?" "Oh, gosh. Do you like my pajamas? They're new." "Yes, they're lovely, your pajamas. You can feel them if you like. They're all brushed and fluffy." Let me out. Then when my daughter-in-law came and rescued me eventually, she goes, "Oh, there you are." I said, "Yes, she's talking the leg off the donkey." Then she goes, "Who are you? Are you my granddad's mum?" "No, you can't because my granddad's mum's dead. You must be grandpa's mum then." "Do I look dead?" Yeah. I said, "That's your grandpa there on the wall." She goes, "No, don't be silly, that's a baby." Oh, God. Knitting crochet, you must be joking. She can't sit still long enough. She's got ants in her pants. She was spinning this chair round and round and round. I'm going, "Don't do that. It'll make you dizzy." And she goes, "I like to be dizzy. I want to be dizzy." Then she goes, "I'll be on the computer now." I'm in my office. Luckily, the computer wasn't switched on. She goes, "I'm on Fortnite. I'm on Fortnite." I thought, she's 4? What's she doing on Fortnite? Oh, dear. He must have been camping. Oh, it's just telling me my YouTube has gone live. You're a little bit late, YouTube. It tells me I've been live after about an hour and a half. Yeah. We used to have a Chinatown in Manchester, but it was only really restaurants or there was supermarkets where you could buy, Chinese ingredients. Yeah. But it didn't have any other kind of shops. It was just food. Food and restaurants was our Chinatown. Did they have pocky sticks? What's one of them? What's a pocky stick? I don't know what a pocky stick is. There were proper supermarkets, Chinese supermarkets that they had, where you went in with your basket and bought some food, or you went into the restaurants, yeah. A Japanese treat, oh no. No, that reminds me of Shan, doesn't it? Shan used to have a. She did the lives before me. She used to open these Japanese treat things that Grace GB Maltese used to send to her. It was funny watching her face when she was opening them and eating them. She, because of course she didn't read Japanese, so she didn't know what she was eating. Mm. Oh dear. I should be getting fed up making these wind chimes in a minute. But what else can you do when you don't have anything to do? Little biscuity stick dipped in chocolate. Oh no, no. We have matchsticks or something like that. We didn't. We don't have a Japantown. Hello, Mel. How are you doing? Thank you. I hope my eye surgery goes well as well. I'm hoping to be able to see better next week without having to go like that to read everything. You miss having a good flake. Oh, they do have flakes here. Cadbury's flakes, yeah. With or without the ice cream, yeah. World Market. No, we don't have one of them here. Look, at we get a market here at all, yeah. I went to the market the other week, but it was mostly like similar stalls, selling phones and watches, knickknacks, and old fashioned looking underwear and clothes and things, and shoes and slippers, of course. It's not exactly what you call a trendy market. It's more like an old lady market. They bring coach trips, though, to the market. There's always coaches parked up. So people must think it's a good market, but I miss Berry Market. Berry Market near me was brilliant, absolutely brilliant market, open air market. You can get the best vegetables, meat, fish, everything, and of course the wool store. Yeah, this market's just a bit tame compared. The Berry Market is world famous, really. People come from all over to Berry Market. I used to go about once a month, and buy loads and loads of fish and chicken and all sorts, and bag it all up in individual portions, and put it in the freezer so that I could reach out, a couple of little bits of chicken and some fish. I used to buy the fish like the big fish. I mean, it was all gutted and cut. Then I used to put it into portions, put it in my freezer. It was much, much fresher and much nicer than you get in the supermarket. I don't know if there is a fish market here. You would think so, wouldn't you? Because I'm so close to the sea. I mean, I can remember when I was a kiddie, buying like fish products, in Fleetwood, like when the trawlers came in, but of course, no trawlers anymore. They don't fish here anymore. Well, They fish on a, on a small basis. They don't fish like the trawlers. I don't know where they get their fish from now. I was watching programs on Devon and Cornwall and like watching the fishing boats come in there and selling them like to the restaurants, and they were saying like the fish that they're serving in the restaurants is like 5 hours old. I mean, Lord knows where the fish comes from these days. We're probably getting fish from China or somewhere. Comes over on the boats full of ice and frozen and whatever. Someone's screaming outside. Oh my God, don't go out. You can look through the window, but don't go out. What irritates me is kids that scream. Oh no, I haven't got the patience for that, Patricia. They were all out on the sea the other day, the fishermen. You have to buy a license and you have to buy all the things. You can't just go and fish where you feel like it. Yeah? It's all numbered, numbered places where you have to go and stand. You buy a permit or something or other. I wouldn't have the patience, me. Really. Oh, it was your daughter. No, I hate it when teenagers scream at the top of their voices. And they're like in fun, they're screaming, because the boys are chasing them or something. And I'm thinking, you can't distinguish, can you, whether somebody's in trouble? Somebody's screaming because they're laughing and chasing away from a boy. And I'm thinking, don't do that, because somebody could be screaming in real trouble and people take no notice. They think, oh, it's kids again. You know. You think they've moved on? Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why teenage girls find it. They think it's attracting boys when they scream at the top of their lungs. Yeah, they just do it for fun, don't they? You know what I mean? They don't do it because, and then they wonder why nobody takes any notice when they're screaming because they're being attacked. If they didn't cry wolf so many times, then people would help them. I mean, I said to one girl once, do you have to scream like that? And she goes, oh, shut up, you old phobia. So it's not attractive. Yeah. I would like to think when I was younger, I didn't have to scream to attract a boy. We had enough confidence in ourselves not to have to scream. Smile sweetly and bat your eyes, but you don't have to scream. Oh, I think if I'd have screamed, I'd have got off. I mean, I was never beaten up or anything like that, but a swift bump worked wonders when I was growing up. It's like when you were screaming and crying, and your mother used to say, what are you crying for? You said, I don't know. And she used to, well, I'll give you something to cry for then. Now you know what you're crying for now. It teaches you not to do these things again. You're a lot more cautious the next time around, aren't you? Oh, hi, Madeleine. You watch me during the week? Oh, poor you. You have to watch me during the week. I got a message from Rose in the Philippines. She always catches up on me. Not when I'm not live, if you know what I mean, when I'm recorded or whatever you want to call it, yeah. It's a bit cooler here. We've got the heating on now, yeah. Yeah, yeah, if you scream for no reason, you just got... They didn't beat you up or anything. They just slapped you, didn't they? Just enough to pull you up sharp, not a big... But you just knew not to do it again, didn't you? That's what's missing today. People are frightened to death of giving their kids a little slap. But it's like, oh, you can't hit your kids. We're not talking about hitting your kids. We're not talking about punching them and knocking them silly. We're just talking about a little tap. It is. I mean, I actually heard one little boy say to his mother, I'll call child services on you if you hit me. And I'm like, oh, little shit. I'll call child services. My mother had said, go on then, call him. He's 2p for the phone, as it used to be in those days. Go on, give him a ring. Yeah, good swat. You don't have to beat them up. You just, yeah. A little tap on the bottom never hurt anybody. What they used to say? Spare the rod and spoil the child. Yeah. My son had many a little tap when he was little. But I tell you what, when he got to a certain age, I never had to hit him. I used to say, do that again and I'll smack it. And I will. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Go and call child services. They'll put you in a home. Bye. Would you like me to pack your nightie and your pyjamas for you? Ta-ra. I did that once. I said I was leaving home. My mother found me a suitcase. She said, hey, yeah, found your suitcase. But, she said, you wanted to leave. There's your suitcase. Better plot where you're going to go. Have you got any money in your money box? Well, you better be good at walking then, haven't you? Needless to say, I didn't go anywhere. You have to call the bluff of kids, don't you, today? I've got a knot in my wool. It isn't a knot, it's more like a rat's nest. Go so far, don't you? Then you get that coming out the middle of your ball. Hey. I wish they would in the UK, Shad. Don't do that, sweetie pie. Mummy doesn't like it when you do that. The kid goes, spits at the mother and punches her in the face. And the mother goes, "No, don't do that, darling. You'll hurt him, Mummy." That's the kid. Yeah, I knew somebody once, and a little boy was kicking the heck out of her legs, and I'm going, "What's he letting him do that for? Kick him back." "Oh, I can't do that. Might hurt him." So he's not hurting you. Well, perhaps he doesn't realise it hurts. I said, "Well, teach him it hurts. Kick him back." Yeah. Yeah, she was standing there letting him kick her. Yeah. Oh. And then they wonder why the kids grow up out of control. It annoys me when I'm in a restaurant or even a cafe and the kids are running around everywhere, pushing on people's chairs and stuff. And their mothers are not saying a word. And if you say to them, "Don't do that, love," the mothers glare at you. "Don't say that to my kid. He's having fun." I'm not having fun and I'm paying for a coffee. I'm not having fun. You know, you're going to pay for my coffee when he spills it all down me. Hmm. Yeah, I hate it when I see kids running around, giving cheek to their parents and their elders. I must admit, around here, they don't seem to be too bad. Certain areas of Manchester, oh, you can see the thugs in the making, can't you? You know which way they're headed. You can pick them out in a lineup, can't you? He's going to be in Borstal before he's much older. Yeah, I hate it when they do that as well, did you? Or wait while your daddy gets home and I'll tell him. Oh, good. Oh, good. Daddy comes home several hours later. The kid's forgotten. Give him a wallop there and then. Yeah, my kid knew better than to push me. Sound like but I was very strict. Didn't like any back chat or anything like that. Weren't having that. No way. Yeah, I hear little kids when he said, "Don't," and they'll go, "You and who's Arnie?" You and who's Arnie? I don't need an army, love. It's like all this bullying in school, isn't it? The bully. One little kid says to me, I said, "You touch my child one more time," I said, "and you'll know about it." He goes, "I'll tell my mum." I said, "Oh, good. Bring her round. I'll have a word with her as well." Oh, dear. "I'll tell my mum over you." I said, "Tell her. Bring her round. Have a chat." I said, "I'm sure she doesn't know you're hitting my kid, pulling his hair out." I said, "Would you like it if I sat on you?" "You can't do that." I said, "I can sit on you." I said, "Would you like it if I pulled your hair out?" I said, "And thumped you?" "Oh, you can't tell me, mum." I said, "Good, I'll pull her hair out as well." Bullies are cowards. Now, my son used to hate it when his granddad, my dad used to send him to Coventry. He wouldn't talk to him if he was being naughty. And he used to say, "Grandad, Grandad." And he used to say to me, "My granddad won't talk to me." And he used to say, "What you done wrong?" think, what have you done wrong? I said, and go and apologise. My dad had a really good way of just ignoring him completely. Yeah. I did that with my friend's little boy. She said, I can't take him anywhere. He's so naughty in the supermarket. I said, right, come on, we're going shopping. So he started. So I just yanked him out. I said to her, carry on with your shopping. Where are you taking him? I said, in the car. Well, he was kicking the back of the seat. He was screaming. He was carrying, I want me mum, I want me mum. I said, not bothering me, sunshine. I said, I'll put the radio on. I want me mummy, I want me mummy. I said, you can't behave. I said, until you can behave, I said, you're not going back in the shop. We did it 3 times. After the 4th time, it was as good as gold. We never had any trouble after that. Yeah. Yeah. They just learn. If you're going to threaten a kid with something or other, you carry out your threat. If you're going to say no TV, no video, no whatever, carry it through. Don't keep giving them empty threats. If you don't behave, you're not watching the TV tonight. And the kid knows damn well you're not going to stop them watching the TV. So they just carry on. It's an empty threat. Yeah. My friend used to actually cut the plug off the television in the bedroom and take the plug downstairs. Yeah. Yeah, that's what my friend used to do. She sent them up to bed and they'd been naughty. She used to cut the plug off the TV and take it downstairs so they couldn't switch it on. And she'd say, you don't get your TV back until you learn to behave. And she'd do it for about a week. She wouldn't give them the TV back. Take all the tablets, the phones and everything off them. She said, if you want anything, go and read. But. I'll tell you what, they soon came back to curb. And take the phones off them and that. Yeah. No, my mum never said that. She dealt with it there and then. I don't like that wait till your dad gets home. It makes dad into a big bad scary person. It makes the kids scared of their dads. No, if I got anything to say, I used to say it. Didn't say wait till your dad gets home. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you've got to do. You've got to teach them right from wrong, and if they don't know right from wrong, they're going to grow up to be a horrible person. You wonder, don't you, sometimes with some of the children that you see, what their home life must be like. You think, what do they see at home? You know, are they beaten at home? Is that why they're bullies? Does their father beat them up, or what do they see? It's. I'm not making excuses for them, but sometimes you do wonder when you see some of the mothers and the way they talk around their children, and it's all effing and jeffing. You know what I mean? I think, what are you bringing your kids up? You've got babies here, 2 and 3-year-old, and you're effing and jeffing all around them. And I used to think, I said to one girl, can't you be ladylike around your children? What's it got to do with you, you old bag? She said. know. Thought, well, if that's the way you're speaking around your kids, no wonder they're lawless. Right, good night, Rebecca. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. You're going on Nibbler's walkabout, yeah? Yeah, no, Miguel. I don't know where Miguel is. I know he's having car troubles. Maybe he's upset about his hen, his chicken, or whatever you call it. I know, it's not nice, is it, when you hear children swearing? But you know where they must get it from. They must hear it at home. I got called out for one of my son's friends used to swear, swear, swear. And I said to his mother, I said, he's teaching my son. And she said, oh, he must hear it in your house then. I said, I beg your pardon. I said, there's no effing and jeffing in my house. Yeah, yeah, my son was doing that. He said, well, Ricky says that. I said, I don't care what Ricky says. But when I confronted Ricky's mum, she said, oh, well, he must hear it in your house as well. I said, I beg your pardon. I said, he does not hear it in my house. I said, my husband does not swear. And he didn't. I mean, I'll call him all the names under the sun for different things, but he did not swear. Well, he never swore in my presence. I mean, he might have sworn if he hit his thumb with the hammer, you know, that kind of swear. But, oh yeah, I wasn't keen on him. But trouble was, he was sitting with him at school, yeah. Yeah, I hate that when kids say to their mother, shut up. Yeah, I would have never told my mother to shut up, even when I was a fully grown. Gosh. See, that just shows a lack of respect, doesn't it? I think that's what's wrong today. People have no respect. I mean, you never used to hear when I was young of anybody, old ladies getting mugged and the handbags getting stolen, you know. You know, I can't understand why people think it's clever or big or smart or cool, whatever the current word is these days, to swear like a trooper. Yeah, there isn't. I mean, morals. I mean, all these programs on television where they're all hopping in bed with each other. What is that teaching kids? You know, what is that teaching teenagers? It's okay to jump in bed with somebody you've just met because it's like they do it on the TV. You know, these things like Love Island and don't know what they're called, where they're jumping in bed with straight. Then next week they're in bed with somebody else, and I can't watch it. The same with that Naked Attraction. I turned that on by mistake, just the end of it, and all these men stood there in the nude, and women are picking them out. Oh, awful. You don't pick a man out or a woman out by what she looks like naked. I mean, that is just teaching them to be shallow, isn't it? Yeah. That's what I mean. There's too much like casual sex. And I mean, a lot of women just really don't know who the father is. When I used to work at the job centre, we used to have a lone parent advisor. Some of the women that came in, oh my God. We had one lady, she had like the League of Nations. She had about 9 kids, and every one of them was a different colour. And I'm thinking, anybody can make a mistake, but 9 mistakes? I don't think any of them had the same father. Didn't look as though they did. Yeah, I mean, anybody can make a mistake, Edith. Anybody can have a kiddie and then go on to marry somebody else and have kiddies with them. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you know, a different child every year with a different father, you know. And they say people like this are supposedly in the news and think it's okay. What they don't know is for, you know, the average lady on the streets being left with a baby is not funny. They don't have the millions of the so-called baby daddies behind them. You know, they get left holding the can, don't they? Yeah, that's what I mean, Denise. Honestly. It's just, I don't know, the world's going to hell in a handcart, as my mother used to say. My shoulder is now hurt. I need to have an osteopath, I really do. All the osteopaths are like miles away from me on my scooter. I know my family would take me if I book it in. I'll have to. I thought I'd get me eyes sorted out. Yeah, DNA doesn't lie, does it now? I mean, in the old days, they used to blame anybody, didn't they? I mean, there must have been many a child born during the war that wasn't the father's, you know what I mean? But nowadays, DNA, you can find out more or less right away if it's yours or not. I want DNA to prove my son's mine. Well, he's been a little. I'm sure they swapped him at birth. Can't possibly be mine. When they took him in the nursery, they brought somebody else's baby out. I just know it. I can't say that because he looks just like me dad. There was no mistaking him. He's definitely got our DNA. Yeah, that's what I mean. They're just stupid, aren't they? You know, why do they think it's cool to have a baby when they're like 16? I used to see them at the job centre. They'd come out of care when they were 16, 17, whatever. I want something to love. I'll have a baby. I want somebody to love. 2 years later, the baby's in care because they don't know how to look after it and they didn't want it. It's not a doll. When it started, wanting a lot more looking after and that, they got fed up with them, don't they? Okie dokie, Isaac. Say hello to your mum for me. Yeah, I used to think these poor babies all going in care because the mothers didn't want them. Yeah, they don't think they've been in care. They think they want their own little family to love and all that jazz, but they don't think what a baby entails. They don't think a baby will keep them in the house because they've got no mum and dad to babysit. That they're stuck with this thing, yeah. And once it gets past the age where they can wheel it everywhere in a stroller, when it's a newborn and everybody thinks, oh, that's sweet, that's pretty, then it grows up a bit and they don't want it anymore. Well, I used to see it happening all the time with our under 18s, as they used to call them. I mean, some of them I did feel sorry for. They'd be like stepdads or stepmums, don't want this kid, so they used to tip it out, and it'd be like 16, didn't know what to do, didn't know where to go. You used to feel sorry for them. I used to think, how can the parent, a mother, just not want them because their new husband doesn't like them? Yeah, sure, the kid's going to kick up. Who wants a stepdad when they're like 16? Especially one who lays the law down and makes their life a misery. But to tip your kid out on the street, I mean, no matter how horrible mine was, I could never have done that. There's always a way around it, isn't there? Oh, God, they can be trying. My son tries my patience sometimes, and he's 52, you know. And I dare say I used to try my mother's patience. I mean, it's not a baby, is it? It's a child for life, isn't it? Doesn't matter how old you are, you're still somebody's child until, unfortunately, you lose your parents. But, you know, you don't just have a baby and kick it out on the street when it's 16 or something. I mean, I used to know women that would want their kiddie back out of the system. So their kid's been in foster care all its life or whatever. They want their kiddie back when it's 16. Why? Because it can get a job and it can earn and it can bring money in the house. Excuse me, what happened to the other 16 years when you put it in care? You didn't want to know. You can't have it back when it's 16 and able to earn a wage. You didn't want it then, you don't want it now. Go away. And at one time, they used to get benefit for their children, single mums, whatever, until the child was 16. So they didn't have to work. They used to sit on the bottom, child's at school, whatever, sitting on the bottom, smoking, drinking. And then when the child's, they'd space their children out so that when the youngest child was like 16, say, they'd be 50 something. And then they used to come into the job centre going, they've stopped me money. What do I do? And I used to say, well, get a job. I've never worked. And they literally had not worked from being 16 to being in the late 50s. They'd never had a job. And they're like, well, what do I do? What can I do? So you've got to do something. Because the state doesn't pay you to stay at home when your child's gone 60. But I mean, they've changed the law now. They've changed it. You can't do that anymore now. But yeah, they used to say have a child when maybe they'd have a child that was, say, 30. Then they'd have a child that was like 25. And then they'd have another child at 20. And then they'd have another child at 16 or whatever. Just so that they didn't have to work. They'd space out the kiddies. So that they've always got a kiddie. And of course, once they got too old to be having babies, that's when they used to be, oh, what am I going to do? My benefits stopped. My kiddie's 16. Oh, what a shame. Do what the rest of us have had to do, work. You know, I'll go on the sick. What's wrong with you? Nothing. Tell you, we've got a whole generation of sponges. Makes me angry. And you get genuine people who genuinely need money to survive because they've got little ones and stuff, and they don't get it. They're taking the money like off the people who really need it, the disabled and everything like that. Yeah, I would have liked another baby, Shad, but it wasn't meant to be. Some of us are just not lucky, are they? I didn't want many. I only wanted 2. So I should be lucky that I got 1. So a lot of people don't even have 1, do they, Shad? Oh, they don't think about that, Lydia. They think the state owes them a living. State pension. I mean, it's all changed now. You've got to work harder and put money in, haven't they? But I've known people who never worked all their life and they've just gone to the pension. And you think, my God, I've slaved, worked since I've been, 18 I was, because I went to school till I was 18. But I've worked since I was 18 up to the age of 60. And then you get like criticised like you're a scrounger for your pension. And I'm like, hang on a minute, hang on. What have I been paying my money in all these years for? You think I'm scrounging my pension? Excuse me, but no. I've paid into the system. I want my money out again. Which is annoys me, like some of the younger generation when they say, coffin dodgers they call us and scroungers and whatnot. And these are kids who are not working. Probably got no intentions of working. I was talking to one young lad when I was working at the job centre, and I said, who do you think pays your money? The government. I said, no, the government doesn't pay your money at all. I said, it's people who are working that are paying in to the system so you can have money back out again. And he looked at me a bit puzzled for a bit. Oh, more fool. More fool you, he said. It's no wonder the world's in a state, is it? never know, Enid. When your kids are grown up, you might be able to go back to work. There might be something that you can manage to do. I've been lucky, really. Well, lucky, whatever. You know, I've always been able to work. Well, I've always had to work. Oh, God, I'm not on easy street either, Lydia. You know, my pension isn't wonderful. I never had a good job that I could have put money aside for a really good pension. I was never in that pay bracket. You know, some people are lucky enough to have a really decent job, decent pay, and they can put money away for the pension. I never had a well-paying job. So, you know, but I'm not grumbling. I get by. Never be rich, but still. I might win the lottery one day. Ha ha ha. If I'm not on next week, you know I won. I can't say I'll be in the Bahamas because I don't have a passport, but you know what I mean. That's the only way I'll ever get a big lifestyle is by winning the lottery. That's not likely to happen, is it? Anytime soon. It's not even 1,000,000 to 1. It's probably about 65 million to 1. Yeah. I've worked all my life, yeah. My mum was the same. My mum's body just gave over. She'd been a hard worker all her life. Yeah. I mean, my mum was the generation that had to work in the war when the men went to war, and all the jobs that were usually done by the men were left vacant. So the women had to do them. The women went to work doing all the men's jobs, yeah. My mum was the same. She worked all through the war. Yeah, my mum's generation, I don't know how they did it. They worked really hard. I mean, I think I worked hard, but I'm comparatively lazy towards what my mother was like. My mother never stopped. She was working full time, looking after 2 kids, doing her mother's washing, doing her mother in law's washing. You know, how the heck did they ever manage? And they didn't have all the mod cons that we have. They didn't have all these automatic washing machines and everything. You know. Yeah, when you think about how my mum's generation, and I mean, a lot of them, their men didn't come back from the war. They finished up being widows, didn't they? So they had to take over and be the breadwinners because there was none of this. Widow's pension was nothing. They didn't get compensation for the men being killed in the war. Yeah, my mother used to be doing 3 lots of washing hours, her own mother's, my mother-in-law's. Not even with a twin tub. She didn't even have a spin dryer. Yeah, I used to help her hang the washing on the line, flapping away there in the wind. When it was cold, it used to freeze. Do you remember all the shirts coming in like that? Yeah. We brought my dad's shirts in frozen to the line. We used to laugh, used to be stiff and trying to bend their arms. Oh dear. I must go through my clothes again, go to the charity shop. I've bought some new things since I've been here. And my motto used to always be when I buy something, I take something out the wardrobe that I don't wear. You know, because you can't keep putting things in your wardrobe, can you? You reach saturation point where the rail won't hold anymore. So it's time I went through and took a few things out. When I say I bought some things, I don't mean new things. I mean I get them off eBay or something. I don't buy new clothes. I buy pre-loved. This dress I've got on, I actually swapped this and about 3 other dresses and a couple of skirts for making a crocheting a full length cape for a lady. We did a swap. I think I had 2 dresses, 2 skirts or something like that for crocheting the. But they are nice dresses. They're not cheap ones, you know. They're good quality. We still hang our clothes on the line if it's a nice day because we're so close to the sea. We get sea breeze here. The only thing I don't like is we've got a rotary dryer now, and I don't like that. I much preferred when we had a proper line that went across the garden, you know. Things dried better on there. Things don't seem to dry the same on that rotary dryer. I'm nearly at the end of this. I've got another row to do. Get the state of it. My shoulder is really hurting now because I've been crocheting. I need to see a chiropractor, but they're so expensive. And you can't go once, you know, and it'd be right. You've got to go about half a dozen times. But my shoulder and my neck are just murdering me. I can't stop crocheting. I was like that with the other day, putting my arm up thinking, oh my God, it's so sore. I know what it is. I broke it many, many years ago. I broke it doing Keep Fit, would you believe? Just swinging my arm round in a circle backwards. You go Keep Fit and break your shoulder. Only I could do that. And it's never been right since. And every now and again, it's probably arthritis or something. Every now and again, it really gives me grief. Yeah, we need to line dry more than use the dryer because they've changed. Our electricity supply went bust. So we're with a really expensive one at the moment. We can't change until we get allocated a new one or something. So we're trying not to use as much electricity. Says me with all the lights on in the house. But normally during the week, I try not to use as much electricity. we've got the log fire now, and so when that's lit in here, it's so hot. So I open the door like to the hallway, and if we open the doors to the other rooms, the heat from this log fire actually warms and it actually goes upstairs as well. So at the moment we're using wood that was for free because it was from trees that's been cut down. So I think we'll be using a lot more trees. Yeah, central heating's gas, but it's still sort of expensive, you know, if you've got the heating on. Be a lot cheaper to use the logs. My son knows somebody who cuts down trees, so if we keep getting the logs, you know, and drying them out, like, you know, we've been collecting them over the summer and drying them, so um, yeah, I mean, if it was me, the conservatory gets the sun even when it's not a really hot day. I would get what we call a maiden, you know, a clothes horse. I don't care. I would put it in there, but you know, certain people don't want that. That's what I would do. I would get a folding clothes horse and put it in the conservatory. Even in the winter, it would get the winter sun, and I'm sure it would dry the clothes. But I don't think it would go down very well. If it was my house, I would. And I know it's my house partly, but I would definitely get a clothes horse and dry my stuff. When my son and daughter-in-law were away, I hung all my washing in the conservatory, and it dried in no time. I had it hung on the windows on coat hangers, and it was dry in no time. But I knew they wouldn't approve because I don't like drying my woolies in the dryer. I like my woolies to dry naturally because the dryer fluffs them up. So I have them hung on hangers and try and dry them in my bedroom, but the conservatory is the best place because it gets more sun. I'm on my last row of this other wind, whatever, wind chat, what do you call them? Wind chat, wind spinner. At least it's kept me occupied doing it, hasn't it? Because I didn't have anything else to do. And I can't sit for hours and hours not doing anything. I don't know how people can do that when they don't have a hobby. They don't knit, crochet, sew, diamond paint, whatever. I don't know how people can just sit there and do nothing. I'm sure nobody on here just sits and doesn't do anything. You know, people have got to do something. If it's read, jigsaws, anything. But I don't know how people can just sit and not do anything. You know, just sit like that watching the TV. How boring will life be? mean, we all know people who just sit there goggling at a telly, don't we? No hobbies, no interests, no anything. And I think, how can they do it? When I do something ginger, I still fall asleep. You can't carry knives here in the UK. If you get caught carrying a knife, it's a concealed weapon. You can get fined or whatever if they find a knife on your person here. It's against the law. Well, we've got gas hot water, but it takes electricity to ignite the flame. I'm glad when I finish this because my shoulder's hurting now. You're almost done making a pumpkin, a crochet pumpkin, knitted pumpkin, or a real life carved pumpkin. I'm not into pumpkins. I don't like pumpkin latte, spice, whatever. Pumpkin pie, yick. That is not. I heard so much about it, I thought I'm going to buy a pumpkin pie. Oh, it was awful. It was that sweet, it was sickly. No, I mean, why would you want a pumpkin latte at what do you call it? Starbucks or whatever it is. Pumpkin flavoured pasta. Oh my god. No, I was really looking forward to this pumpkin pie because I'd heard so much about it and it was awful. It was that sweet and sickly. It was worse than the sweetest jam. And everybody's going, oh, I can't wait to have my pumpkin latte. And I'm thinking, oh, giddy. Is that the highlight of your year? Having a pumpkin latte? No, thank you. I don't even like the gingerbread one that they do at Christmas. We don't have Trader Joe's in the UK. We have Lidl's, we have Aldi's, Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Asda, which is like Walmart, Waitrose, um, Ocado. We don't have them all in one town. These are all the ones we do have in the world, in England. Oh, the Co-op as well. But we don't have a Trader Joe's. And I don't think our Asda's are like your Walmarts. Your Walmarts sell everything. Our Asda's don't. Our Asda's don't sell and have never sold any kind of wool, yarn, whatever. We don't have places like you have, like Joann's and stuff like that. Most of our wool, yarn, whatever you want to call it, you buy online these days. Or you buy the cheap stuff in the market. You know, the acrylic that costs, what, about £1.10, £1.20 a ball. I will look it up. I will look it up, Shad. It was on the news today, well, on some bit of news, that the Queen found a slug in her lettuce. I wouldn't like to be her cook. I bet she was not amused. Obviously, some cook was not washing the salad correctly. You can imagine the Queen. Ooh, I'm not amused. There's a slug in my lettuce. There's only one thing wrong with finding like a caterpillar in your salad. It's finding half of one. And you don't know if you've eaten the other half. I always inspect my lettuce when it's a salad sandwich. I always inspect my greenery. Oh, yeah, I read that as well. I mean, for goodness sake, the poor woman's 90 something. She likes a little tipple, with a glass of wine or something. Good grief, let her enjoy her life, what she's got left. Telling her she can't have a drink. She's not a lush, for goodness sake. She probably just has one drink knowing her. Because she's very careful with her money, is the Queen. She has her cereal in Tupperware boxes, yeah. She doesn't waste a lot of stuff, does the Queen? She's very frugal. So I can't imagine her being a bit free with her alcohol. She probably has one drink, poor lass, with her dinner or something, a glass of dinner wine or something. If I was 90 something, I'd take no notice, I tell you. If I wanted a drink, I mean, I don't really drink, but if I wanted a drink and I was 90 something, I would have one. Don't know about what you think, but I mean, how much longer is the poor girl going to live? Let her enjoy herself. Telling her she can't have a drink. I'm sure you wouldn't tell your 90-odd-year-old mother, would you? The doctor says you can't have another drink. It might kill you. Yeah, right. I'm 90 something. Yeah, something's going to kill me one day. I mean, I don't drink. It's purely by choice. I'm not teetotal. If I want a drink, I'll have a drink. She is quite funny, I believe, the Queen. She's quite a wit. Everybody that knows her personally has always said she's very funny. With the jokes and things. Yeah. I mean, her sister used to like a drink. And I think her mother used to like a drink, and her mother lived to be 100 and something, didn't she? When I say like a drink, I don't mean blind drunk. I mean just like to drink. Yeah, exactly, Lydia. I think they make things up as they go along, don't they? You can't believe things in the paper these days. You know, such a body's had an argument with such a body. How do you know? Were you a fly on the wall? Were you listening at the keyhole? Yeah, I doubt the Queen's ever gone on a pub crawl. I've never been on a pub crawl. It's not something I've ever wanted to do. I've never willfully wanted to go out just to get drunk, like some young ones do today. Never entered my mind. I used to go out and have a drink. Yes, I did, socially. And if I was going out socially now, I dare say I would have a couple of drinks. But I never set off to, right, I'm going to get absolutely blind drunk tonight, like the young ones do. They're not happy unless they're legless. Yeah, wearing it on her head, of course, Chris. Yeah, you can imagine Betty White doing that, coming home with a traffic cone over her head. Now, I've never seen the excitement or the fun in going out to deliberately get drunk. You know, we've all gone through the stage where we've had one too many and been a bit, ooh, and think the day after, gosh, I've never done that again. But I've never in my life gone out saying, right, I'm going to get drunk tonight. Yeah, I think we all love the Queen. She's had kept her head up, hasn't she? No matter what's been chucked at her. She's had a few things over the years thrown at her, hasn't she? A few scandals and whatnot. Not just now, I'm talking about in the past as well. Must be hard to keep your dignity when you feel like saying, nah. I'm sure she's felt like answering back sometimes. You know, when the press dredge things up. I'm sure she's felt like saying, ah. But she's behaved like a lady and she's not answered them. Yeah. Nice, so were all the kids, really. I think there was only Anne. She's kind of grown into a face, Princess Anne now. When she was younger, I mean, she was very horsey, Princess Anne. Bless her. But all of the brothers were quite good looking in the day. And we're not bringing up the scandals. I'm talking about looking, what they looked like. They were all quite good lookers. Even Charles with his jug ears, but you know, he's never really grown into those ears, has he? Oh, you're going to get some Wendy's? I've no idea what Wendy's is because we don't have a Wendy's. What time is? Oh gosh, it's only 11:30 and I'm already getting tired. I had a rough night though. I had a rough night with my knee. La la la. Oh, oh, I'm so tired. want to finish this before I go to bed, though. I've not even got halfway along it yet. I haven't finished the other one off I made. It needs a tassel and some beads and stuff. Not even finished that off yet. Oh dear. Hope there's something good on the TV tomorrow. And the rest of the week, because I'm stuck in. I can go in my shed though, that's still isolated if I go in my shed. I've got a heater in there and a light and some music. I've got a big bag of stuff to go in there, some beads and everything. Put all them in. I've got more white wool in there so I can make some more swans. They don't take much wool actually, you can make plenty from 100 gram ball. Rosie's tired, she's been walking all day and she went on a tram for the first time. She did quite well apparently. She wasn't fazed by it at all. So that little girl takes everything in her stride. And you think what an awful beginning she had in her life. And now she's a little monkey. You often wonder what goes through the little head. One minute they're a street dog, aren't they? Scrapping about, looking for the first, for a scrap of food and that. And the next minute they're in a house with plenty of food and being taken for a walk and everything. Makes you wonder what goes through their tiny little minds. Whether they forget like when they were, what it was like when they were little. She's very food minded though, very, very food minded. I think it comes from having to maybe scrabble about for bits of food or something when she was young. Not being fed enough probably. Because she was very skinny when we got her. She'll never be fat though, she's just the way she is. I mean, somebody remarked saying I should feed her up and that, but she's never going to be fat. She's not that kind of a dog. She's just a slender dog. It's not her breed to be fat. She's a bit like the greyhound, and the lurchers. They're not meant to be fat dogs. The bone structure's not there. They'll always be slender. Whereas Poppy, bless her, she used to pile weight on like there was no tomorrow if you didn't watch. Whereas Rosie eats everything. Oh, she dug the garden up again. Little so-and-so. She dug a big hole in the garden again. I think she's trying to get to Australia. Sounds like the helicopter's out. That can't be, surely. No, it must have been a car. Not the helicopter. I'm working on one of those wind spinner things. Oh no, it's the lad across the road. He's got a bit of a noisy car. Not the helicopter. You're crocheting a baby blanket. I'll be glad when I get to the end of this. It's just a row of single crochet. Takes forever because there's thousands of stitches. That's why I know I don't like doing blankets. Well, I've got less to do than I've done, so I'm not going to get them there. Yeah, I've got 2 to finish off now. They need tassels and hangers and like beads and things to weigh them. Yeah. Oh, my shoulder is really hurting. I'm going to have to give up in a minute. But I'm determined to finish this before I give up. I wish I knew why it hurt my shoulder so much. Everybody's gone very quiet. You're talking amongst yourselves. Don't think Shad came back from taking Nibbler for a walk. Miguel is missing in action again. Have my dog give me a shoulder rub. Oh God, she bites me. I found my massager thing. It was under the bed. When I say under the bed, I've got an up and over bed, you know, like a ottoman. I don't mean I've pushed it under the bed with the dust, you know. I found my massage thing, so I put some of that heat stuff on and zzz with the massager. Oh, my son. Oh, now, come on, Ginger, come on. You ever known a son give a mother a shoulder massage? Don't think he ever has in his life. I've not used the hot tub for weeks now. Ever since when they were away and I got in it and it went bonkers. All this froth came up everywhere. Will I keep the spinner? No, probably not. No, I'm just crocheting them for something to do. I don't particularly want one. Nowhere to hang it. Just hang it in the garden, it will just drive Rosie crackers. So. Are you off? You're off to see the wizard, are you, Shad? I'm not staying on long tonight. I'm really, really tired. My shoulder is hurting like the dickens. Yeah, you're supposed to hang them in. They're like wind spinners. Miguel made one, and a few people have made them. Oh, it's very upsetting, isn't it, Shad? As you know, we lost our Poppy. It's just not. My friend's going through that with her cat. Her cat's like on, not doing very well. Her cat's getting on in years. Why do animals never live long enough? They should live at least 20 years, shouldn't they? Animals. I mean, we lost Gigi. He was only 8. It's no age, is it, for a dog? Sky was 9, I think. Poppy was 14. Yeah, spinners, they just spin round in the wind. You know, you're supposed to... Yeah, it's very sad. I'm glad I spent the last hour with Poppy. I played with her for an hour. It's very sad. I mean, Rosie's nice, but she's not Poppy. You know, Poppy would have been barging away in by now, coming to say hello to you all, but Rosie's not the same. Then I've got my Buster, he's up there. Got a picture of him up on the wall. A big picture. Oh, God, my shoulder. I don't know why it's worse, my knee or my shoulder. Oh, Gigi, yeah, we lost Gigi about, I think it was July. Well, I didn't lose him because he, you know, obviously I'd moved away. But we were heartbroken because it was so unexpected, you know, with Gigi. He hadn't been ill or anything. He just passed away. Oh, I'm on the last little bit of this. Thank goodness for that. Oh, I've got that much to go. Oh, oh, my shoulder. Anybody want a shoulder? Anybody want a knee? Well, I knew it with Poppy. I knew it with Buster. And my cat. Oh, I'm determined to finish this little bit. And yet my shoulder is... Yeah, it could be. It's arthritis, Chris. I know what it is. That doesn't hurt so much in the sun. It's living in a cold, wet climate that doesn't do me any good. I needed to be born in sunnier climes. I've obviously not meant for being the north. God put me in the wrong place. Should have put me somewhere hot. Not too hot, mind you, but hot. Yeah, I've not done anything to this, and yet it just so sore. Well, I don't remember doing anything to this, let's just say. I woke up with it one day. Whether I've been sleeping funny on it, I don't know. I just woke up one morning and it was hurting and my neck was hurting as well. So what I've been doing in my sleep, I don't know. Flinging my arms about. Oh, I'm on the last few stitches. I'm on the home straight. This has been like a fortnight now. I thought it would heal itself in a couple of days like it normally does. Oh, that's a crazy price, that Lydia. Thank goodness when I've had my MRI, it's been covered on the NHS. Mm. It's getting that way though in the UK. If you don't have money, you won't be seeing anybody. Back to the old days, like it used to be before the NHS. Oh, I've done. I think they charge more because they know it's insurance. If people had to pay, they wouldn't get that kind of money because nobody would pay it. But because they know the insurance is paying it, they don't care, do they? Right, I've done and I'm not doing any more. I've done my spinner. I think they just charge what they feel like it. Oh, she's got a good insurance policy. It's like when you want any work done. I'm sure the workmen look at the general area and think, oh, they've got a bit of money round here. And they alter the prices. I'm sure they'd never charge somebody, if they lived in a poor area, they wouldn't charge them that much or try to charge them that much for work to be done on a house because they know damn well they wouldn't get it. $55,000 for a wheelchair. Oh, God. They're not that much in the UK, Chris. 55,000. It'd have to be singing, dancing, and make you a cocktail for that. It would. Oh, 55,000 for a wheelchair. It would have to be, like I said, top of the range for that. 33,000. God, it'd have to climb stairs and make a drink for that, Chris. I don't think anything's that much money over here. I think they know what to charge because you've got insurance. I wonder how much they charge for mobility scooters over there. Makes you wonder. My phone stopped giving me any kind of messages. It stopped pinging, and my son can't sort it out. If he can't sort it out, then I don't know what it is. I don't want Sage Accounting only.
Starting an online store is easier than
Oh, go
Let me
away.
show you how to quickly open one with Shopper.
I'm supposed to be looking at a chunky cardigan.
Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to crochet this chunky textured cardigan with buttons.
That's quite
I'll
nice.
be making the cardigan a size small. You can find the free written pattern from sizes extra small to 5 extra large on my blog. The link is down
Oh,
below in the
really?
description bar. You will need chunky or bulky weight yarn.
It's a chunky weight crochet cardigan for somebody called Father Frills. Your scooter was almost £7,000. Yeah, I can believe that. The one I've got's supposed to be around about £6,000. Yeah. Oh my God, 2,500. Now my scooter, it's not 7,000. That's for sure. The ones I'm looking at, the little fold-up ones, about 2,000 to 3,000, but they're only little, teeny weeny. I get mine on mobility through, I pay £108 a month for mine. So that's a lot, really, when you think in 12 months, isn't it? I dread to think how much that is. £108 a month times 12, isn't it? Whatever that is. But I do get a new one every couple of years. So, calendar, where's calculator? Don't know. Can't find it. Tell how much I use the calculator. You can't find it. I'll have to get my pencil out. Not got a calculator on here. Oh dear. Yeah, they'd only go about 8 miles or something, Chris, something like that. I just want one so I can get on the bus and go somewhere. A little fold-up one to go on the bus or the tram. That's what I want. You can't go far on them once they only have a range of about 8, 9 miles, something like that, which isn't much when you think about it. My big one's supposed to be 26 miles, but it isn't. I only went to Fleetwood and back, and already all the green had gone. I was down into the orange. I'd lost 4 green bars just going to Fleetwood and back, and it's not that far. Yeah. So it isn't much good. They don't go as far as they say they're going to go. 108 times 12. £1,296 a year it costs me. Hey Nathan. Yeah, I've kind of sussed out the ones I want, the kind of scooter that I want, but they're out of stock everywhere until December. So even if I had the money, I still can't get one. Oh, you can see my light twinkling now, can't you? See my little light? My big head was in the way before. Whee! Fairy lights, twinkle, twinkle. Yeah, I forgot to light my incense as well today. How much has my phone charged up? Not much, 54%. When I charge it up through the computer, it's 64%. I beg your pardon. My son can't get it to ping anymore. My phone. It just suddenly stopped pinging. It's a bit annoying, really, if I get any messages, isn't it? I just have to keep looking to see whether I've got any. Yeah, I'll finish up charging it. Mind you, when I charge it in my bedroom, it gives me a message saying your phone will recommence charging at 5 a.m. or something. It says whatever. It shuts itself off during the night for some reason. So I don't know how it knows it's night time. It's a very clever phone. Mind you, how does it know I'm looking at scooters? It sends me a million adverts for scooters. I've got a mint to go to bed with. I've finished reading my book. I'll either have to start a new book or read something on Kindle. I don't know whether I've got any books on my Kindle at the moment that I've not read. A bag of chips, it's just a crinkly paper. I got some tree cooked toffee the other day on the market. It was really good. Oh, you see, she's very clever. Look, I've even got a chair to match. I put the black chair in the shed. I've got a new light. Have you seen it? Ooh, you can see it. It's just very thin one. Oh, gone off now. It's less obtrusive, this one, in the lounge. I put the big clunky thing in the shed. I need that when I'm going to be in there. Especially because I've got a big doll's house in front of the window. And she's blocking the lights, you know. Yeah, I'm going in there tomorrow. I need to find a pattern. And I've also got lots and lots of patterns for like what I call bazaar items. Not bizarre, bazaar. You know, little knick-knacky things to make for a stall. I'll have a look too. See what I can see. It's emerald, actually. It looks jade. There it is. There you see, it's actually emerald. And my dress is emerald. I like jewel colours. I was talking to my friend, you know, about these granny square jackets, and I'd seen one. I said, oh, I like that. I'd wear that. And she goes, oh, I'd like one in whites and pinks and that. I said, ooh, how insipid. Yeah, I won't be making Christmas projects for my family. I've given over knitting and crocheting for them. I think I've crocheted up my two nieces. I think they've got everything known to man. Don't think they thank me for any more. I'll just crochet some bits and pieces to see if they sell on a Christmas stall. Nothing too expensive. I'm not taking garments or anything. Just little bits. I've got like loads of hand warmers and neck warmers, headbands, kiddies' handbags, little things like that I've got. So I'm just making small things. You know, I'm no good at toys. I think I told you before, all my dolls go cross-eyed or they would scare a child to death. And in any case, with toys, you've got to be so careful. They've got to be safety standard this, and the stuffing's got to be that. And, oh, gosh, no. It's about 99% finished, Lydia. I'm waiting for the lady. She's buying her own buttons because she wanted a specific kind of button. And I'm waiting for her to order them and tell me what size they are. And then I can finish crocheting the buttonhole band. And then I've got to stitch the pockets on, and then it's finished. I'm sure if you put it on eBay, Chris, you'll sell it. I might finish up eventually selling some of the wool I know I'm not going to use. I've got some fancy ice yarn with all bits dangling off it. It's very, very pretty. But I made a shawl with it and I made a jumper with it, which looks like I don't know what. So I don't think I want to make anything else with it. So I might put that on eBay and sell that. You know, some of the yarn I know I'm never going to use. But most of the yarn I've got, I look at it and think, oh, I really like that. I really like that yarn. I'm not parting with that, especially if I paid a lot for it. I've still got a lot of the organic cotton left. My friend keeps looking at, can I have a bottle of that? No, you can't have a bottle of that. Why? Because I've got 8. Well, you know, I can just use one bottle. No, I've got 8. You're not having one. That's the trouble, Lydia. The postage is ridiculous. I used to sell so much of my stuff to America. But I can't do it now. It's about £20 to post a scarf. Or find a nice knitting group, Lydia, that might make use of them. You know, a knitting group that does things, yeah. It's the postage that kills everything, Chris. You know, but I mean, I've been into that with Etsy, telling me I've got to have an American tax code number. I'm not doing that. I'm not going there. Why do I need an American tax code number? I live in the UK. I'm not paying taxes to America. Why? It's like me saying to anybody who buys things, you know, oh, you've got to pay tax. You've got to pay in, you know, tax in the UK. Stupid. I don't know why the Etsy's done that. You know, adding the cost of the postage to that just so that you can say it's post free. and then I get charged on the whole amount, which isn't right because I'm not making profit on the postage. That's something I can't avoid. So why should I have to pay commission on something I can't help? That's what really bugs me. So that's why I can't open my Etsy shop again. Because most of my things I sold to the States. I didn't sell to the UK. When I get my web page. When I get my web page. Then I'll be bombarding you all saying, please show my webpage to anybody you think of that might want to buy. Because then you can buy it in the States because it'll be a webpage. It won't be an Etsy. I mean, it's the same with me buying wool now from Ice Yarns and Hobium and that. Import duty is just ridiculous since we came out of the EU. They're trying to really screw us small crafters to bits. If you're in America and you're selling to the Americans, then that's fine. If you're in the UK and you're selling to the UK, that's fine. But if you want to cross the borders, I mean, there's been a couple of dresses recently for sale on, second-hand dresses for sale. And the dresses have been like £12 or something. And because they're in America, the postage has been £19. So it's not just me, it's the other way as well. If I buy anything from the States, the postage is tremendous. But with Ice Yarns, you've got the terrific postage on it. And then you've also got when it comes here, I've got the customs and the import duties. So it means that Ice Yarn is no longer a cheap option. And as you know, I used to buy tons of the stuff. Mind you, I'm not using what I've got, so it's no point. But yeah, the import costs and the duty are just ridiculous, yeah. Kelly's not ordered any either. She made a dummy order up and put it all in a basket, and then she went as if to pay, just to see how much it was going to cost. And the actual import duty and the postage and everything was more than the wool she was ordering. I don't know whether the Americans have to pay that or what. I haven't watched that Krista, the secret yarner, for ages. I don't know how she's doing with the import duties because she's in South Africa, isn't she? It's happened, Lydia. It's happened to me. People have sent me a gift and I've had to pay like £16 to get it. Which could be more than the person who paid for the wool to send it to me in the first place. That's what I say to people. When people say, I send you some wool, and I'm not being awful, I'm not being horrible. But I'm going to have to pay if you send it to me. It was the same with the rose in the Philippines. I used to send rose wool, And the poor girl couldn't afford to go and pick up the parcel. So I used to be sending her money so she'd go and pick up the parcel that I'd sent to her. So I had to give up. I said to her, I'm very sorry, Rose, I can't send you anymore. It was like paying double. Say I sent her £40 worth of wool or whatever, and then I was having to send her another £20 so she'd go and pick the parcel up. And it's a shame, really, because she so loved getting the yarn and wool from America and from England. She loved getting the boxes and the parcels. I don't think anybody in America can send her things anymore. Because she had to go to the post office and pay this duty on everything. And not everyone in the postal service was honest, let's say. Sometimes their parcels would go missing, not from me, but people who sent her parcels, she'd never get them. Because there was some corrupt people in the Filipino postal service at the time. Postage is bad enough, but import duty. I mean, a lady sent me some mill end yarn. She said she'd seen it and it was something ridiculously cheap. Something like about $8 for this big bag. So I said, I'll pay you. When she come to post it to me, I think it was about $20 for the postage. So I finished up paying her $28. And then when it finally arrived, I had to pay import duty on it. So for an $8 bag of yarn, I think I finished up paying about $30 for it, which didn't work out to be a very cheap mill end. No, we don't know. The customs open it and slap a payment on it. If I sent anything to America, I never put the right amount on the outside of it. You know, if it was a garment that somebody was paying like, say, $50, $60 for, I would put on the outside of the label like $25. And I would tell them why I was doing it so that, you know, they wouldn't have to pay or pay so much. You bank on the people in the customs not knowing the value of things. I know somebody in the Philippines, their family used to send clothing, and they used to always put on used clothing, put something really ridiculously cheap on the label so that they wouldn't think it was new clothing and they wouldn't charge them. I know it sounds wrong that you should have to do these sort of things like defrauding, but you know, not everybody can afford to pay the duty. When you think of all these big corporations who dodge paying taxes and, you know, people like Starbucks and Amazon and things like that, and yet you and I, Mr. and Mrs. Joe Public, you know, they sting us for every penny. And yet they're getting away with millions, billions, trillions through not paying taxes to the UK, the US, wherever. They have it all in offshore accounts and stuff. Yeah. I used to make a point when somebody sent me a parcel of not reading the customs slip because I didn't want it to spoil the surprise. I mean, Grace, GB Maltese, sent me a couple of really big boxes full of stuff. And Jill did, you know, Jill. But when I looked how much the postage had cost them to send it to me, I could have cried. I mean, not that I was grateful, I was grateful, but I just felt so sorry for them having to pay so much postage. It was just ridiculous. You know, unless somebody's a blooming millionaire and you know they've got tons of money to spare. I used to feel bad because I think, oh, people have spent all this money sending me something. I mean, I now say to people, please don't send me anything. It's not that I'm ungrateful, but I just don't want people spending that kind of money on me. You know, they might see a bargain in a shop and think, oh gosh, it's just jam and it was your colour and it was all that. And I think, do you know how much it's going to cost you to post it? Please, please don't. Oh, hello, John. Where have you been while now? Bet you've been in the pub, haven't you? Yeah, I just don't want to be responsible for people having to pay that kind of money for postage. It makes me feel bad. I'm not a grabby kind of person, as you probably gathered, everybody. I'm not one of these, oh, gimme, gimme, gimme people, you know, that don't care. I think about the people who are sending me the presents and I'm thinking, oh, no, you can't afford that postage. You just can't. Please don't send it. Yeah, I think one of the parcels I got from America was $107 it cost to post it. I'm thinking, oh, that is just ridiculous, that. I mean, it was a lovely parcel. It was full of goodies and everything. But I felt guilty that somebody had to pay $107 to send it to me. Yeah, John's saying hello and goodbye at the same time. He must have been out in the pub. Anyway, I'm going to be going now. It's now half past 12. Hopefully, when I see you next week, I'll have a working eye. So maybe I won't have to keep doing that. But you never know because my operation's on the Thursday. So I just don't know how I'll be on the Saturday, whether I'll be like that, one eye covered up. I can't see anything through this eye. It's my bad eye, this eye. So this one's practically rubbish anyway. So if I've got that one covered up, I won't be able to see anything. I won't be able to read what you're writing. So I say goodbye to everybody. Thank you all for your company. And I hope to see you. Yeah, then if you make a trip to England, yeah, bring me a suitcase. All right, Chris and everybody. And if you see Miguel, tell him I said hello. I'm sorry about his chicken. And I shall speak to you all very soon. Okay, bye now. And I'll let you know how I get on with the old eyeball. That one, the old eyeball. Okay, bye now. Bye.